all of the new settings that have been implemented in Build 42, I can finally make a challenge I've been wanting to try for quite some time. Turning Project Zomboid into the Long Dark. Let's just go over what I've done in a relatively safe environment. Do I have prescription glasses that I don't need? There's a tire out there. Sorry, I'm getting distracted immediately. Let's go over what I've done now. So, cryogenic winter has been enabled. The power and water are off immediately. All of the loot is set to either extremely rare or regular rare, except for firearms and their ammo. Those are set to insanely rare. We are stuck in the middle of West Point. The zombie population has been bumped down to very low, but the zombies individually should do a far better job at actually managing to track us, because I wanted to essentially turn them into wolves. The Scent of Blood mod and Proximity Inventory mod have been enabled. The full mod list will be in the description. My goal for this is going to be surviving 30 days under these conditions. And given it is complete... Oh, yeah, by the way, in terms of, like, loot and world settings for how, you know, messed up all the terrain and everything is going to be, it is set to 6 months later, which is why everything is so overgrown. That said, I considered enabling a permanent snowstorm using that setting, but I actually opted against it, as like in the actual Long Dark, I want it to be, as sometimes you'll have clear days where you can just go and, you know, explore around. You're not actually in a constant blizzard. Looks like there are rats. An empty bottle. That would be very good. Can I actually... Is that sealed? I am very curious. Ooh, boy. There's a wolf in there. Yeah, seeing as how Zomboid doesn't have proper hostile wildlife, I did want to implement something close. And we are playing as Urban Calderon, a lumberjack who's just kind of stuck in the middle of all this. His only real good stats are combat. So that's fun. Okay. Will say it's very nice we are actually able to find some loot here immediately. I don't suppose there's gonna be any skill books, are there? Breaking news. Okay. Wow. Woolly Yarns magazine. That's good. Some foraging and animal care manuals. Not exactly winners, but you know, we'll go with them. Car Zone and some basic trappers manuals. A basic first aid book. Just some various regular reading materials, huh? Okay. Oh, one of the other real key changes I made to this world settings, to the sandbox, is pitch black nights. I wanted it to be lore accurate to how it works in the actual long dark. So if we go outside at night, we'll be able to see approximately nothing. Okay. Somewhere around here there should be a gem. Yeah, emphasis on the somewhere in that one. Whew, we managed to actually scrounge our way through the dark here. No weapons. Damn. Oh boy. Okay. I can't tell where we are. That kind of scares me. Can I? Okay, you know what? That opens up a light. I can at least orient myself in this room a bit better. We really are gonna need a flashlight before we can try anything at all. Fortunately, we are in a school, so finding lockers should not be difficult. Unfortunately, wolves. Or zombie wolves. Zombified wolves? The point is deep unpleasantness. Oh boy. Yeah, if I can just creep through the halls here, kind of press myself up against a wall, maybe we'll find some lockers. A bag would be ideal. Kind of all I'm going to... Okay. You know what? We actually have a light source now. Better flashlights mod. That's another one I have enabled here. So, based on just how dark it is, we're obviously going to need it. Okay. You can turn the light off while in here, I'm pretty sure. Pen light, give me the battery out of you. Tailoring magazine, that's good. Masonry book, we'll take those. Whew, boy. Yeah, so this is going to be a lot more of a slow, more low-key kind of playthrough than some of the ones I've historically done in the past. That scared me. Box of garbage bags. Can we take a bag out and actually use it? I could use something to store these books. Excellent. Very excellent. Okay. Okay, so other than the fact we nearly got jump scared there... What am I talking about nearly? We did get jump scared there, actually. Books. Battery from plastic flashlight. Hey, we'll take it. Combination padlock. Books. Note. More books. Ooh, is that? No, hang on. Oh, there's 2 sets of lockers there. Huh. Which is actually more... Okay, the small backpack is more effective as far as a holding things bag is concerned. Let's go ahead and put all that in there then. Okay. Ooh, anything good in that trash bag? A dress we can rip apart for rags. We will take, honestly, all of that kind of thing is useful for us. Basic carpentry, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Nope, puzzle cube, gum. Okay. Nothing really in this classroom that we want. Okay. Would it be worth it? It would be worth it killing that zombie in particular. Now that we have a light, we can explore around considerably more effectively. Go down, thank you. Beta blockers, those are very useful. Nothing I really want to grab though. Adhesive bandage, I suppose, is okay. Alcohol wipes, yeah. Nothing else really worth entertaining the idea of, though. Yeah, books are one of the things I have actually set to rare rather than, like, extremely rare or very rare. As if I remember correctly from the times I've played The Long Dark, they're slightly more common to find compared to other items in the game. Anyway. Whew. Okay. Griddle pan. That's a weapon. Probably the only ones we'll be getting for a little while, too, so... Cutting board, dish towel, sponge... Forks and spoons. You know what? The rubber gloves, any little bit of insulation helps. Okay. There are cars out there. Cars are all set to extremely low condition, though. The chances we actually get one of those working is basically non-existent. So that add that onto the list of problems we are currently contending with in this world. Alright. Travel up. Aha! Are you the... Aha! Access to the school rooftop. leaving the door open probably isn't a great idea in many respects, but what can you do? A lighter actually might be very helpful for lighting fires. Hoodie. Thank you. The more layers we can put between me and everything, the better. Sacks of clay. Plenty of books. How's our flashlight going? It's going good. It's going better than I expected, even. Okay. Sheet of paper. You can usually find, like, chocolate bars and things like that. Well, I say usually. I'm pretty sure, given what we're working with, that might not be entirely a realistic outcome anymore. Best you can probably hope for is gum, actually. Yeah. Okay, is there anything worth tossing? No, not really, as it turns out. We'll take the basic welding manual. Okay. Is there anything in this classroom worth grabbing? Cooking, animal care 1, masonry. So, short answer, no. Long answer, no, not really, as it turns out. We have a bag and a weapon. I should just count myself as doing good there. And here is the snow. Okay. Given we are in West Point, I do have a specific base location in mind, assuming it's not looted. But we're going to have to get moving quick if we want to actually reach there before the darkness consumes us. That means we're going to have to fight for our life. We did not grab Fear of Blood, which is actually unusual for my characters. I usually like grabbing that one because it's easy to combat, but in this kind of scenario, I opted against it. Ooh. There's a wolf that's gotten scent of us. Okay. Just need to get to the river. That's all that matters right now, is getting to the river. The brush is thick, I'll give it that. Okay. Try to avoid running too much if we can. Okay. You're near the riverbank. Okay. Okay, excellent. Very good. Very good. We do have a flashlight if we get caught out in the dark. We do have a flashlight if we get caught out in the dark. So yeah, 30 days in a world that's frigid. more or less. How are we doing in insulation? Our face is completely uncovered. We need better boots. Our pants region's just lacking. We do have a good t-shirt. We have the most basic of gloves. Okay. Short answer, not great. Long answer, could be worse. Could be worse. But yeah, we are 100% gonna make our way over to the West Point River Mansions. That's just the best place we can hope for. Because there's an antique stove very close by. And depending on what spawns in the basement, which I do have basements set to whenever they can spawn, they will. So depending on what spawns in the basement, we might get an antique stove in our actual home. Which would be fantastic. We would sleep in the basement at that point. Which, I'm not sure, in an actual, like, overwhelming cold scenario, if that would be a good idea or not, because they say heat rises. So the basement would probably be a lot colder. But I don't know. I'm not convinced the Zomboid's actually intelligent enough to quite make that distinction. Oh, by the way, nature has been set to extremely poor resource yields too, to simulate how in the long dark everything is frozen over, and foraging and things like that just aren't really reliable. Again, my objective with this playthrough was to simulate the mechanics of the original game as well as I possibly could, given what Zomboid Build 42 currently lets you do. The one mechanic I wasn't able to implement that I really wish I did were Auroras. I wished there was a way to get the power to randomly turn back on. Because that's like a very key mechanic from the actual The Long Dark. But I just was not able to find. If there's a mod that lets you do this, please let me know in the comments. I will 100% add that. Okay. How far along are we? Just on the edge of town. Okay. We gotta keep walking then. Looks like we have to keep walking. Okay. Oh, by the way, since food is going to be such a problem to get, I'm not sure how we're going to feed ourselves. We might just die of starvation. So that's fun. That's worth contemplating. We might just slowly decompose. Yep. Yeah, everything fun. Everything is going to be fun in the Long Dark challenge. Ooh. Walk through that. That. Ensure we are not currently bleeding out. We're drowsy already? Wow. I am very, very shocked that we are already drowsy. And I can visually tell it's starting to get darker. We need to move this along. Okay. We're in the right general spot. We're making our way there. Just gotta keep walking through the forest. Let's turn back up with the road, actually. Gotta say, Irvin, you've made steadfast progress so far. Why are we uncomfortable? Because we are freezing. That... Yeah, alright. Fair play. Can't say I blame ya. Like, given the circumstances, that's very, very fair. I will say, I like the desolation that I've already been able to kind of form out of this challenge. I very much love how everything is just completely... It's isolated, is what it is. Which is the exact kind of it's the exact sort of vibes I was going for. Because, you know, hey, that's how it is in the actual The Long Dark. And so I really figured we had to get the vibe right. Okay. We are still freezing. We are getting increasingly tired. But the next turn is very close. Okay. Like, just down this road and we'll have it. Okay. Now, with the low zombie spawns, these houses shouldn't be too bad. They might be looted. I do have looted buildings enabled because that's accurate to the Long Dark. That's accurate to the original source material. But, you know, it's still going to be, as the crow flies, our best option for survival. Our hunger has progressed into severe. Keep in mind, I grabbed Light Eater for this character because I figured we were going to need it. With how scarce resources were going to be for us. And you know what? I'm proud to report that was a good investment. So instead of dying of starvation immediately, now we're just going to die of starvation in a delayed fashion. Are we? Oh god, we are hypothermic. Okay. We need to get inside. Pronto. Pick up the pace a little bit here, Irvin. Of course there's enemies. Not gonna get between me and my home. anything worth grabbing? Anything worth grabbing? No, not really, as it turns out. Watch. Watch is helpful, actually. Thank you. Looted. Okay. What about that one? Very tired. Yeah. Okay. Looted as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Around the fence. All 3 houses were looted. I have the looted building chance set to low. That genuinely feels like a bit of a mistake. Well, okay, how does 6 months later actually interact with that? I want... That's not good! Okay. Didn't expect that was gonna be a problem. Oh boy. We need to get inside. Okay, get inside, get inside, get inside, get inside. Crap. Oh boy. Oh. Yeah, we might already just be dead on this one. Yup. Nasty cold. We are hungry, ridiculously tired. I'm not even going to entertain this. I'm just gonna let it happen. Yep. Go ahead and just get me. We succumbed to the long dark. Okay, so we need to get a move on fucking immediately. That's good to know. Well, welcome to the test run of the Long Dark challenge. I see great potential, and